Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do my setup for my reading bullet journal for the year 2022. Of course, the journal I'm going to be using is from Archer & Olive. I believe the name is April Showers, but the thing is I honestly don't recommend this color just because on the actual website it looks more purple, like it looks like a very light lilac kind of color, and of course I really, like the color. However, when I got the journal in the mail, I was actually very surprised by the color because it honestly looks like a white color with a hint of lilac. Like the color is not super opaque, and again I really thought that you can see the color purple on it, but hey, it's whatever, because at the end of the day I knew for a fact that I was gonna put some stickers on the actual front cover. So all of these stickers are from Redbubble. On the actual front cover I have this quote that says, "Enemies to friends to lovers, slow burn, 100k words," and I was like, yes, that is my kind of book. And then of course I have Evelyn Hugo, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Inferno Devices trilogy, and then Tomie towards like the bottom right. And then throughout the front cover I have like cherry blossoms and then butterflies. So as you can see in the video, it does take a while for me to like get the hang of everything, because at the end of the day I want the front cover to look really nice and cohesive, but not just that, I wanted to block the emblem because I don't want it to distract from the actual stickers. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch me decorate the front cover of this journal. And now I'm writing my name on this notepad, and I believe this is from Unicorn Eclipse. I believe that's the store, so it's really cute. And again, I don't know why I said again. This is my first time announcing this, but I will have everything linked down in the description box below, so please check that out, because again I'm going to try to link everything that I have used in this video. On the left side I'm putting this art print of this character. Oh my goodness, this art print is so beautiful. It's actually from Fairy Loot, and I believe it comes with the book Jade Fire Gold. But when I saw this art print I was like, I'm obsessed with it. I want to put this in my reading bullet journal, so here I am doing that. And now for the title page, I will say I think as I was doing it, I was like, yes, it's gonna look so good, but at the end of the day, I don't love the way this looks. I don't know why, because basically, if you don't know, last year still this year, basically in 2021, the theme that I did for September is this Olivia Rodrigo kind of theme. It's really fun, and of course, it was inspired by Amanda Rach Lee. But anyway, I decided to use brown paper instead of black paper like I did back in September, and I just don't love the way the title page look, and I'm sure it's fine, it's cute and all, but I just don't love the way this looks. However, I'm too lazy to change it, and fix it, so I'm just going to have to live with it. And honestly, it's not horrible, but I just don't love it. So that's the title page. And now on the left side, I will say I am not including the footage of me doing this quote page for the first time because I really messed up and I just hated the way it looks. So as you can see right here, I'm basically redoing the quote page by using this extra sheet of paper, this extra like journal page from Archer & Olive. So I'm basically just redoing the quote page, and basically this quote is from Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and I'm doing 2 quote pages in this video, and you can tell that I have never really done quote pages because they don't look amazing, it's very basic. It's not like something fancy, which is perfectly fine. However, it's very basic. But you know what, that's totally fine. So the quote for this page right here, basically this is from Will Herondale. So he says, "We live and breathe words. It was books that made me feel that perhaps I was not completely alone. They could be honest with me and I with them." I love this quote so much. It's actually one of like the most famous quotes from TID, and if you don't know, know I love TID so much. This quote page is really cute and all, and the stickers that I use throughout the videos, they're mostly from Target, but then also from Basically Brit, Unicorn Eclipse, and yeah, that's basically it for the quote page. It's really nice and simple, and honestly, it was pretty easy to do this. The next spread, oh my goodness, I love doing this. So this is my books read in 2022 kind of spread. So real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to Journal with Chloe. Because of her, I got so much inspiration for this video and this journal. But anyway, I'm just referencing the spread that I did last year to create this spread for, you know, this journal. I do want to say that making this spread is actually very easy. Like, it's actually really easy to draw these bookshelves. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually so easy. So basically, you're just drawing lines and then you connect the two lines to make it look like an actual book on the bookshelf, and then you just do it like a bunch of times. And I think on this spread there's probably like at least 100 books. So yeah, that's pretty accurate because I know that for 2021 I think there's like 105 books on the bookshelf, so it should be like, you know, around there for this spread. And then also for like the key, I have physical, ebook, and then audiobook. So the main colors are like purple, green, and then pink. So yeah, everything is very nice and simple. And now the next spread, this is basically another spread. Well, actually the next few spreads, they're basically a way to, you know, see like the books that I read. And I'm basically using the book covers, and honestly, again, huge credit to Chloe. So I will say for the year 2021, I basically did this kind of spread, but the format, it was completely different because in the journal that I will be showing you in like the next few weeks or so, I was able to fit 16 books on one page. And honestly, it's not horrible, but I just did not like the way it looks because it's just like book covers. There's no border and there's no space for me to do like the star ratings. So I have changed things up, and again, I use Chloe's like format. So she basically fit 9 books on one page, and then of course there's you know, a space for the star ratings. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing for the year 2022. I think it's gonna look really good, and I'm very excited for this. And then also for like the title, I'm basically using this sticker sheet from the brand American Greetings. I'm pretty sure that's the brand, but basically I got this at Target like months ago, and this is actually the sticker sheet that I use in my September, like what you call it, September plan with me. So I'm just using it again because I just love the way this looks. You know, it's just so colorful and also kind of funky, and again, I don't have to do any lettering, which is really nice. And then also I believe I have left 7 blank pages for this whole thing. This is just me assuming that I will be reading like at least 100 books next year, which is pretty bold of me, but I don't know, I think I can do it. But if not, then that's totally fine. The blank pages will be blank, you know, but I really hope I will get to read a lot of books next year. And now the next spread, this is my goals and overview spread. So I think last year I did one spread for goals and then one spread for overview, but honestly I think it's best to just condense everything down to just like one spread for those two things. I don't know, I hope that makes sense. But on the left page I basically drew out 80 squares because 100 squares didn't fit on one page, so 80 is the next best thing. And of course I'm planning to read like at least 100 books, but hey, if I can reach 80 then that's pretty good. And then of course the goal that I have put in for the last few years, read all of the books on my physical TBR. I just need to do this goal, okay? It's not really hard because I do read a lot of books per year, but I don't know why. What's really funny is that I just never read all of the books that I have in my physical TBR. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I really hope I can accomplish that in 2022. Like, I just really need to read all of the books that I have bought for like the past years, because there's a few books that I've had for such a long time and it's ridiculous that I haven't read them yet, but you know, I can worry about that next year. And now on the right page, this is my overview page. Basically, this is a way to track the number of physical books, ebooks, and then audiobooks that I read per month. So it's going to be really, really nice to fill this out at the end of the month. And then at the very bottom, I have total books read and then total pages read. So it's pretty simple. And also the pink color is from the Tombow brush pen. I think it's in the color, oh my goodness, it's in the number 761. So I hope that helps. And now the next spread. This is basically my top 22 books to read in 2022. I will say I actually did film a video a couple weeks ago. I was gonna say a couple months ago, but no, it was just a couple weeks ago, and it's on my main channel, Transformers. I'll have the video linked down in the description box below. But basically, everything stays the same. However, I did change one book. So originally, I was planning to read, I think it's called Lingus in December, but that's not happening. So I'm just gonna be adding that book onto this list because I do want to read all of the books by Marina Zapata. So I have taken out Dorian Gray, I believe, you know, the picture of Dorian Gray. So I took that book out and I put Lingus in. So that's basically it. That's like the only difference. So yeah, very nice, very simple. And then also I have left like a space for the star ratings because when I finish a book from this list, I can put in the star ratings. So yeah, very nice and simple. And now another quote page. So this is the very last quote page because I'm not the best at it, like I said, but it's okay. I'm trying my hardest. This quote is from Cassandra Clare, like I've said. So the book is Lord of Shadows, and let me tell you, the first time that I read this quote back in 2018, because I was reading the book back then, and I was just like mesmerized. Like, this is actually one of my favorite quotes ever because it's just so beautiful. So I believe Arthur, oh my goodness, what's his name? Arthur Blackthorne. He was the one. Okay, here's the context. He was talking to Julian. So Julian and Emma, they were talking. Arthur is there. And then Julian basically made a comment being like, okay, but like that story, is not true. Cortana was never broken. Like that story is not true. And this is what Arthur has to say. And like I said, I love this quote so much. So he says, there is truth in stories. Fiction is truth, even if it is not fact. If you believe only in facts and forget stories, your brain will live, but your heart will die. I love that quote so much. And then also in the video, I kind of messed up a little bit because I switch belief only. Originally I put if you only believe in facts, but in reality is if you believe only in facts. I know that is a very small detail, but it did bother me, so I kind of had to like fix it. So it's whatever. It doesn't look good because you can totally see the whiteout, which is so annoying, but it's totally fine. And then some stickers I use from basically Brit and then also from Target. The next spread, I snap, guys. I love the way the spread looks. Huge credit to Amanda Rach Lee. Because of her, I found a way to do this, because I believe in 2021, but then also in 2022, she created this kind of spread where it's basically like for future lock, like if you were to do a bullet journal, this is, the perfect way to track down the things that are happening that year, like every single month. But this is my way of tracking down the books that will be coming out in 2022. I just love the way this looks. I love the color that I have used, and it's just so beautiful and colorful. I really love the spread. Like, first of all, when it comes to like the dimension, oh my goodness, let me try to explain this. The spacing for each column is 11 spaces, if I remember correctly, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 11 spaces. I think for the tab, I think it's 8 spaces down, if I remember correctly. It's a little bit tricky, however, when you get the hang of it, oh my goodness, it looks fantastic. And then also real quick, I do recommend using an X-Acto knife to cut out the flap part, like cut out the things that you just don't need. It creates a very nice and precise cut. It doesn't look jagged or anything like that, so I do recommend getting an X-Acto knife. However, I do want to say, to be careful because the knife can be very sharp and I don't want anyone to hurt themselves when they're journaling. So yeah, that's basically it, all I have to say. And then also when it comes to like, recording books that are coming out next year, I think this is such a useful way to do it because first of all, I'm doing it by month, so that helps. And then I leave like a circle next to the book title, and then when I finish reading that book, I can circle it in. So it's just like a nice way keeping tracks of the books that are coming out next year, but not just that, encouraging me to read the 2022 book releases. So there's like a few that I'm very, very excited for. I wouldn't say the number one book that I'm like truly ecstatic for is Ophelia After All. It is written by my fellow friend and booktuber Raquel, or Rocky, actually Raquel, I think she goes by that name now. But yeah, I'm so excited for her. Oh my goodness, that is just fantastic. And I'm very, very excited for this book, so I cannot wait to read that. It's coming out in February, so that's gonna be really exciting because I love the month of February. So yeah, overall I'm obsessed with the spread. I think this is probably my favorite spread that I have done so far this year, so I just love the way it looks. The next spread is called Buddy Reads with Jonathan. So this one is pretty self-explanatory, and not just that, it's actually very easy to do. So thanks to Chloe, because in her reading bullet journal setup for the next year, she basically have like one spread for like Buddy Reads with like her friend Caitlin, and then Buddy Reads in general. And I'm just like, that is brilliant. I love that. And the thing is, I do read a lot of books with my boyfriend, like no doubt about it. So for the next year, I really want a way to basically, you know, like write down the books that we read together, and then the month. I think that's about it. Just like the title of the book, the author, and then the month. Maybe star ratings, but that's about it. I really want to keep it very nice and simple. And now the next spread, basically this is a very general Buddy Reads page. So if I were to read with anyone besides my boyfriend, then it will go onto this spread. So yeah, I'm very, very excited because I'm planning to read with some of my friends. So I cannot wait to do that and then have it written here. Yeah, very, very simple. And now, the very last spread in this video. This is my favorite books of 2022 kind of spread. So I know for a fact I have to explain the dimension and the format. It's gonna be complicated, but let me try my hardest to do this. So regarding the border, basically is 11 spaces vertically and then 8 spaces horizontally, like across. I hope that makes sense. And then also when it comes to like the dimension of like the picture of the book, is gonna be 2.2 for the height. So basically what I do is copy and paste, yeah, is that the right word? Yeah, copy and paste the image of the book cover. I put it into Word document, and then I would resize the dimension. So the height for this is 2.2. I hope that helps. I'm not gonna lie, this might be challenging just because it is quite hard to pick like one favorite book of the month, because sometimes I read so many fantastic books in 1 month, and again, it's just hard to pick like one favorite book. But I think I should do this. It's gonna be fun, you know? But yeah, I'm very, very excited to fill out this spread. It's gonna look like very good, you know, towards the end of the year. So that's basically it for this setup. It's very simple, it's very basic, and actually it's not basic, it's cute, okay? It's very colorful, and I just love the way this looks, you know, because I feel like last year, I mean, I think I did a good job, but looking back, it's not like my favorite setup ever, you know? It's cute and all, but still not my favorite. But I think this year, or like, you know, the year 2022, I think this looks 10 times better. And of course, I really love the color that I have chosen for like the first few pages, because it's just like a light pink color, you know. I really love pastel colors, as you can see. So I use like pastel purple, pastel green, pastel pink. Those are like the colors that I really love. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this journal, and I'm just so excited because I really love the setups, you know, like I love the spreads that I did in this video. So I'm gonna go now because it's like 11:14 p.m. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.